Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Mimi Filma Herita, NIM 19053085. Today I will explain about the course macroeconomic theory, and this is material, GDP deflator, CPI, and unemployment rate. Okay, this is the first material. What is the GDP price deflator? First, the GDP price deflator measures the change in price for all of the goods and services produced in an economy. The second, using the GDP price deflator helps economists compare the level of real economic activity from year to another. And the last, the GDP price deflator is a more comprehensive inflation measure than CPI index because it isn't based on a fixed basket of goods. It means gross domestic product or GDP represents the total output of goods and services. However, as GDP rises and falls, the metric doesn't factor the impact of inflation or rising price into its result. The GDP price deflator address this by showing the effect of price change on GDP. First, by establishing a base year, and secondly, by comparing current price to price in the base year. Simple parts, the GDP price deflator shows how much a change in GDP relies on change in the price level. It expresses the extent of price level change or inflation within the economy by tracking the price paid by business, the government, and consumer. Okay, this is example of the GDP price deflator. For instance, let's say the US produced $10 million worth of goods and services in year 1. In year 2, the output or GDP then increased to $12 million. On the surface, it will appear that total output grew by 20% year on year. However, if price rose by 10% from year 1 to year 2, the $12 million GDP figure would be inflated when compared to year 1. It means typically GDP expressed as nominal GDP, so the total output of the country in whole dollars terms. Before we explore the GDP price deflator, we must first review how price can impact the GDP figures from one year to another. In reality, the economy only grew by 10% from year 1 to year 2 when considering the impact of inflation. The GDP measure that takes inflation into consideration is called the real GDP. So, in the example above, the nominal for year 2 would be $12 million, while real GDP would be $11 million. Okay, this is GDP price deflator calculation. The formula is GDP price deflator equals nominal GDP divided real GDP times 100. So, let's say an economy has a nominal GDP of $10 billion and a real GDP of $8 billion. The economy's GDP price deflator would be calculated as $10 billion divided $8 billion times 100, which equals 125. The result means that the aggregate level of price increased by 25% from the base year to the current year. This is because an economy's real GDP is calculated by multiplying its current output by its price from a base year. Okay, now this is the second material. What is consumer price index? The consumer price index is a measure that examines the weighted average of price of a basket of consumer goods and services, such as transportation, food, and medical care. It is calculated by taking price change for each item in the predetermined basket of goods and averaging them. It means changes in the CPI are used to assess price change associated with the cost of living. The CPI is one of the most frequently used statistics for identifying periods of inflation or deflation. The CPI measures the average change in price over time that consumers pay for a basket goods and services, commonly known as inflation. Essentially, it attempts to quantify the aggregate price level in an economy and thus measure the purchasing power of country unit of currency. The weighted average of the price of goods and services that approximates an individual's consumption pattern is used to calculate CPI. A trimmed mean may be used as part of this. So, how is CPI used? The CPI and the components that make it up can also be used as a deflator for other economic indicators, including retail sales, hourly or weekly earnings. Additionally, it can be used to value a consumer's dollar to find its purchasing power. Generally, the dollar's purchasing power declines when the aggregate price level increases and vice versa. The index can also be used to adjust people's eligibility levels for certain types of government assistance, including social security, and it automatically provides the cost of living wages adjustments to domestic workers. According to the BLS, the cost of living adjustments are more than 50 million people on Social Security, as well as military and federal civil service retirees are linked to the CPI. CPI is an economic indicator. It is the most widely used measure of inflation and, by proxy, of the effectiveness of the government economic policy. The CPI gives the government, business, and citizens an idea about price change in the economy and can act as a judge in order to make informed decisions about the economy. Okay, this is calculating CPI. The formula used to calculate the consumer price index for a single item is as follows. The formula is CPI equals cost of market basket in given year divided cost of market basket in base year times 100. The BLS records about 80,000 items each monthly by calling or visiting retail stores, service establishments, or such as cable providers, airliners, car and truck rental agency, rental unit, and doctor office across the country in order to get the best outlook for the CPI. The base year is determined by the BLS. CPI data for the years 2017 and 2018 year based on surveys collected in 2014 and 2015. Okay, this is the last material. The last material is what is unemployment rate? The first, the unemployment rate is the proportion of the labor force that is not currently employed but could be. The second, there are 6 different ways the unemployment rate is calculated by the Bureau of Labor Statistics using different criteria. The unemployment rate is the percent of the labor force that is jobless. It is a lagging indicator, meaning that it generally rises or falls in the wake of changing economic conditions, rather than anticipating them. When the economy is in poor shape and jobs are scarce, the unemployment rate can be expected to rise. When the economy is growing at a healthy rate and jobs are relatively plentiful, it, it can be expected to fall. It can be expected to fall. And this is calculating the unemployment rate. The calculate the unemployment rate, the number of unemployed people is divided by the number of people in the labor force, which consists of all employed and unemployed people. The ratio is expressed as percentage. The formula is U minus 3 equals unemployment divided labor force times 100. Okay, let me show the graphic about the unemployment rate. Many people who would like to work but cannot due to a disability, for example, or have become discouraged after looking for work without success, are not considering unemployment under this system. Since the since the since they are not employed either, they are categorized as outside the labor force. Critics see this approach as painting an unjustifiably rosy picture of the labor force. Humanity is also criticized for making no distinction between those in temporary, part-time, and full-time jobs. Even in cases where part-time or temporary workers would rather work full-time but cannot due to labor market conditions. The unemployment rate is seasonally adjusted to account for predictable variance, such as extra hiring during the holidays. Okay, thank you for your attention and sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.